Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
And we're live. What's the deal, y'all? It's your girl Sevvvan, the host with the mostest, and we're having money talk. I'm with Ronnie Roxxane right now, and it's been long overdue. Let's just start there because I tapped in with you in the beginning stages of money talk. So, thank you for joining me. Beautiful.
My pleasure.
I'm loving the pink, and I'm loving the pink vibes. Everybody, make sure you check out the socks. Comfy socks and looking. Oh, the nails.
It's the sock thing. Okay, yeah. We got Valentine's Day. It's the next holiday that everybody should be preparing for.
Yes.
Whether it's for your kids, your man, your best friend. You know, Valentine's Day is that time to show some love.
To show some love.
Yes.
Just like this platform, we interview people on their journeys. So without further ado,
yes,
let's start with you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for joining me. So I definitely want to just start from the beginnings, like where you're from, and just tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised, east side of Chicago. I went to the same grammar school for 8 years, from kindergarten up to 8th grade. Then my high school, Chicago Vocational, the Cavaliers. Shout out to the Cavaliers. CVS, you know, nobody do it better than us, than the Cavaliers.
Lakers.
Yeah, I started in preschool at South Shore Bible Baptist. So, you know, yeah, God has always been a part of my life. He's led me to places like Minnesota, Iowa, Las Vegas. Yeah, I've been around a little bit of the globe to try to figure out my journey and you know what's gonna be best for my life.
Right. Wow, I definitely love that. And first of all, Chicago.
Yeah.
What a change! What a difference! Like.
For sure, yeah, definitely. If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere in this world. Definitely.
Yes, no.
You can survive there. You can survive.
Yeah, I'm like, is that from what I see on TV? It's the trenches, and I would love to go there one day, though. But yes, it definitely looks.
You definitely should.
Yes,
for sure.
It definitely looks like a vibe, and it definitely looks like some shit you gotta.
We have culture. We got good food there. Hospitality. It does get a little rough, but it's fun. You know, if you with the right people, you get in, you get out. So.
Yeah,
you have your fun, and you get in, you get out.
You get out. Yes. Yeah. So how'd you end up in Vegas?
I actually drove here with my kids back in 2017. I was just trying to do something different with my life. I was leaving Chicago. I had just got my degree in criminal justice, and I was actually living like in the hoods in Chicago. I was living on 61st and King Drive. So, you know, they be like, I'm not from 63rd. So.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's starting to ring a bell.
Yeah, so every day, like, looking at that environment and then, you know, just thinking about my kids' future and the things that I wanted them to have, you know, I knew I had to make a move.
Yes, definitely. So how old were you when that happened?
I was pretty old. Let's see.
Well, you look great. Black do not crack, okay?
So it definitely doesn't. Let's see. I've been in Las Vegas for 8 years. So I was 32. I was 32 when I moved to Las Vegas. Yep.
And I'm sure that, like you said, that's still shit new at that age is still brand new, and that's still scary.
It was. It really wasn't that scary, actually. It was like something that I kind of overnight. It was something that came over me, and I was like, you know, that's my call. And I had got a phone call. I was just playing around and putting in like job applications here in Arizona. And then I had got a call back from 2 jobs here in Las Vegas. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm about to pack me and my kids up and drive to Las Vegas because, you know, I'm getting these calls back. I'm getting these callbacks for jobs, so that's a sign right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when I didn't finish the application, they was calling me back like, yeah, you know, like I was like, damn, I didn't even finish the application because I was a little on the fence, a little iffy, but it's like it must be meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I had found my apartment before I moved here, and 2 job interviews I had set up.
Hey now.
And I had a 4-month-old baby and a 2-year-old, and my son, he was 12. And yeah, I was like, we got to make a move.
You got to do it.
We walk into the corner store and they like, baby girl, go back in the house, go back in the house. They about to start shooting, you know, although that I was still like going to college, you know, to get my degree in criminal justice and trying to do stuff, but it was like coming back to this environment and it wasn't, yeah.
Like coming home, like getting off work and then coming.
Yeah, getting off work, getting out of school. It's like, okay, I'm leaving every day to go do something positive, but then you come back to the broken window theory of the neighborhood, loose squares, loud, you know, that's not a place you want to raise your kids or a type of environment that you can even thrive in, you know, so.
Definitely. Well, I commend you for making that decision because, you know,
Thank you.
You definitely put your big girl panties on and was like, I got to do what's best for me and my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Do you have kids?
No, not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Okay.
One day, though. Shit, I'm...
Yeah.
You know what number? No, I'm just kidding. You know the number.
Really.
So, yeah, I'm like, hello. But all in God's timing. So
Exactly.
yes.
For real.
But speaking of...
What, girl? Why you laughing like that?
Okay. Anyways, so you got here and everything just transitioned for you. But I am curious, what was your inspiration behind going into criminal justice? Because I definitely was thinking about doing that at some point in my life, but you did it. So, like, what was that like for FBI? Like,
I really had this little dream in my head that I could be a judge one day.
I can totally see that. I can't even unsee it now.
Get up there behind the podium, wear a robe, and make decisions, life decisions for people. I really had this vision in my head that I can do that. But at that time, when I was going to school for criminal justice, I was like fighting criminal cases on my own. So, like, I thought about it like, okay, you're going to eventually have to settle for maybe a parole officer, a correctional officer, a probation officer, something like that. Forensics, you know, so I really had to weigh my options. And I got my degree. I never used it in criminal justice because if I couldn't be a judge, I didn't really want to be nothing else.
I feel that. I went to school for nursing, and if I didn't want to be that...
clean up my record for sure. You can run my name, and I don't have nothing, not a misdemeanor, not a felony, not nothing. I definitely did that.
Period. And that's all that matters. That's good, though. But you made your decision, so...
Yeah.
And you've been standing on it, so... Because I'm always see you doing things and, you know, elevating, for sure.
Yeah.
Tell us about you being a mom. Now, I know that was difficult as far as having to move and everything, but any tips for the moms out there that want to be an entrepreneur? I mean, that's inspiring. You just moved your kids out of, you know, any tips that you don't mind sharing?
For sure.
How to keep them going? Because I feel like sometimes some moms, they lose that momentum and it's like, you know, I'm just the kids, but they forget about them too.
Yeah, as a mom, I definitely say I first have to take out time for myself. I have to let my kids know mom needs 15 minutes alone. You know, I need to get myself together and give myself some type of peace or whatever, and then I can get you whatever you want. You know, so it's all about, because whatever you're going through as an adult should not come out on your kids. You know, we got bills, we got housing situations and, you know, dealing with friends and family, that could make us frustrated. And the quickest thing you want to take it out on is a little person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, somebody who can't really defend themselves. So it's like, as a mom, when you are facing battles with the outside world, you want to take time to yourself, whether it's in your car. Sometimes when I pull up to the house after work or after a long day, I will sit in my car for like 30 minutes. You know, my kids be in the window. They be looking like, you know, but they know that mom is like, let me get my breath. Let me take some time so that I can come in and I can deal with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so sometimes that's the best therapy. And being a single mom, I don't know, like, being a single female or being a single mom, which one, it kind of goes hand in hand because I have to do, you know, the female role and the male role. And, you know, but at the end of the day, I take time for myself, I meditate, I think, and then I tackle my responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you
So.
say meditate, is that just like a form of listening to something or just some peace and quiet? Like, what do you
Me
find?
personally, I like to listen to the hertz, the frequencies and
I've
things
heard of
like that. I like to do my deep breathings, and sometimes I like to sit in the dark. You know, my kids will come in and they'll be like, and I'd be like, because you know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to wake up early in the morning when my kids are still asleep. You know, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I just listen to, you know, the sound of the street. I listen to the thoughts that's going on in my head. And yeah, that just kind of relaxes me. Let me feel like I actually have my own life and my life doesn't belong to just my kids or my job or my friends. You know, like I do have a relationship with myself where I can sit and think and hear my voice and know the sound of my own voice and, you know, the right things that I should be doing. So yeah, when I meditate, I definitely do that, and I can't deal with nobody else if I'm not
Yes.
full of myself.
Yes. Got to get yourself mentally prepared because end up lashing out, killing somebody that day.
Baby, I'm trying to tell you, it's hard. It's hard when you doing a struggle between wanting to be a nice, calm, patient person and want to be on the go. Like, keep up with my speed, right? You know, you got to keep up with my speed. No, you got to slow down sometime and you got to keep up with somebody else's speed. So when you're dealing with little people, you definitely got to slow down and have some patience.
Yeah. Definitely. And like you said, just with all the things going on that parents who are attentive to their kids go through, I think it's evident that you take time for yourself because you're a human being too. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean that takes away the pressures of what you go through. So yeah, definitely. Okay. What are some dreams and aspirations that you have now that you had when you were younger, like, and it changed?
Ooh, I want to say I always dreamed of being a model, modeling, living on the West Coast. I've always had these dreams of, you know, I was going to be a star and in front of cameras and on a big stage and stuff like that. So that's the difference from when I was a kid, you know. Now I'm putting myself in front of the camera. I'm putting myself where I dreamed of being in the spotlight. So it's like you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen to you or happen for you. You got to actually get up and you got to
do it.
Yeah, you got to get out there and you got to do it. You got to make it happen. You got to put yourself in the rooms that you vision or you imagined yourself being in. And that's the only way that it's really going to actually work unless you a super talented, super skilled person and somebody discover you one day or however. But yeah, that was definitely a dream that I had. So being an adult, being able to live out that dream. Like, I don't care if I gotta do acting, reality TV, podcast, get out and network. I just want to be discovered as a model. You know, I really don't even want to have to use my voice. I just want to model some clothing, take some pictures, and make a big check, you know, so
yeah,
that I can take care of my family and, you know, be able to be of service in the community and be, you know, of service in the world. So I've always imagined myself doing that as a little girl, and that's what I'm working towards right now.
And definitely because like I said, I see you doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the most recent, and then we'll go to Certified Hustlers Club. But the Who's Bad reality TV. Do you mind sharing about that?
Yeah. So we also have the Who's Bad
Yes.
CEO in the
Yes, we have the
house.
CEO in the house.
For sure. So we're going to be doing auditions for Who's Bad Season 2 on February the 9th in Dayton, Ohio at the Marriott. So, yeah, it's big. On Royal K Network.
Royal K Network, that's
Yep,
what it's called.
Royal K Network. When they did season 1 for Who's Bad, you know, I was on Certified Hustlers Club. That was also on Royal K Network. But Who's Bad was voted like who want to go live. You know, viewers most want to go live with whichever show that they felt like was popping. And yeah, so I met Angela, the CEO, at our premiere. We definitely bonded and connected. So we built a relationship where she invited me, and I definitely asked her to be on her show, but not as a cast, as a judge. So for 2025 season 2, I will be a judge on Who's Bad.
Who's Bad? I love it.
And it's a talent show.
Okay,
like,
yeah, I was
about
gonna say,
talent people. It doesn't like it veered off from rapping to dancing to makeup artists, all of that. So you know, whatever your talent and skill is. So yeah,
I like that. So it's just like one, you get eliminated. It's just like who's the baddest. Right?
It wasn't an elimination. It definitely was like first place, second place, third place.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. A judge, that's nice. And then I'm loving it. I'm excited to see it.
To it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what about Certified Hustlers Club? Do you mind sharing a little bit about that?
That was a great experience with the Certified Hustlers Club. If I needed the experience of knowing how to be on a reality TV show, how it goes, how the agenda goes, how the sleeping arrangement goes, mixing in with different personalities, Certified Hustlers Club definitely brought it. It was worth my time. I won a few challenges, you know, which was a bag, which was money. So it was definitely a great experience. And Tracy, the CEO, and J Bug, she's also a CEO, but she's going to be doing season 2 as well, Certified Hustlers Club.
Will you be participating in that?
Well, I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it. She also came out and she offered me, she was like, if you do come back, you come back as production, on the production side, because she see like after the show, I'm still putting forth effort, you know. I have booked the show. I got an artist. Well, I'm like in a trial stages with my artist, AJ Wayne. He's also from Ohio. He's from Dayton, Ohio. He's a very dope artist. He does R&B. He does hip hop, rap. He's a producer. He would get you in the studio and turn your no skill to a good skill, but he's definitely dope. So yeah, I've been working with trying to get him some attention for sure. So I want to book him
like a manager kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Kind of, but you know, I'm new to this. He was trying to turn me into an artist, so he actually got me in the booth where I was rapping and everybody like, are you an artist? Wow. You're a rapper. You know, I want to use my voice, but I don't want to use it in that way, you know? But You never know what life will bring.
You never know.
Because if being a rap artist would be my big check, then I would definitely sign me up. Sign me up. If I don't give a damn, I'll take a ghostwriter. Sign me up. I'll deliver. I will deliver.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That long as it makes sense, that's all that matters. So how did you prepare for both experiences? I mean, I feel like you're still kind of preparing now to be the judge for Who's Bad TV, but how did you prepare for the experience of going on reality TV? On a reality TV show.
Right. You know what? When it's a call-in for you, it's like you don't even know how you do these things. You just wind up doing them. I auditioned, I got accepted, and then it was requirements that had to be met. I met those requirements. I was putting in the initiative, promoting the show, promoting myself, my business, Indigenous Crown, M&H Treasures LLC, which is my LLC, things that I'm building and I'm branding myself behind. So it was just like, you can't be shy. You putting yourself out here. You making your internet presence strong. Reality TV does pay. So you want to get in where you fit in. You want to get in while the getting is going, where you see your avenue.
Right.
Everything is not for everybody. Certified Hustlers Club, it was for me. I've been a hustler since I was 14 years old. And before then, if I want to go back to selling Girl Scout cookies, like, it doesn't matter. Cheerleader fundraisers, like, I was always on top of my game and competitive and wanted to be at the top of the game. So with Certified Hustlers Club, I don't know what pushed me to follow the rules that they said, promoting twice a day, what gave me the content, the creativity to do it, but it was done, so that's how I knew it was. When it's something that you can do unconsciously, then it's something that's meant for you to do. And it came down to filming, and I was ready for filming. I knew what I had to have, what outfits I had to have, what confidence I had to have to go out there, and, and I did that. But like, there was another show that I just auditioned for, the BBW show.
Oh yeah.
BBW season 3. So
tell us about that, because I've been following that for a little bit.
They're some really nice girls. However, it doesn't matter how voluptuous that I think that I am, or whatever, and just want to be on whatever show that I can get exposure or get a pay or something. It's all about, do you actually fit in with this crowd? So I tried to keep up, but I couldn't, because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something that's you in order for you to be able to keep up with it. A hustler, that's me. I know how to get the bag. I know how to secure the bag. I know how to take care of myself and provide for others as well. So that was for me. The BBW thing wasn't for me, but that's okay. I know how to take that, because it helps you build character. It helps you build strength.
Yeah.
That, everything is not for you, and you got to learn that.
Yes.
Everybody's not for you, and everything is not for you.
Definitely.
So, and with Who's Bad, I'm building a great bond and a great relationship with the CEO, and to be able to work with people that you consider to be a friend is amazing, because it's hard to find people that you can trust out here. It's a lot of gatekeepers. It's a lot of haters out here in this game, in this industry. So to find somebody that you can really lock in with and build a rapport, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
It's already done.
So 1 in a million.
Yeah. She brought me around her people and they liked me. So it's like, where else can you go but up?
But up, right. Yeah. Yes. Well, shout out to that. Good friends and good communion.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my foot in there so I can get in there with
definitely.
y'all. But yes. Because that's what it's about. I'm always, but that's right. I feel like certain areas you just can feel the energy when it's off, and you're just like, yeah, you're not nice.
Yeah, and I don't want to work with you. Like, it probably sound good, but is it really a good deal? No.
Yeah. Were there any behind the scene moments that the viewers didn't get to see that really didn't get explained? Because I've seen the Certified Hustlers Club. I've seen a couple of shows, so that's why this is new. So forgive me for that. That's why I'm like, I don't remember because I did pay for royalty for like 2 months, and I'm like trying to binge watch whatever I can because I'm like, let me get my
badge, girl. You missed out. That was a good show, baby. Yeah. I forget how many episodes they had, but definitely was a good one.
Yeah,
definitely. You got to go back and binge watch. Real quick because season 2 is coming out and we're doing it big. Like we definitely trying to go viral with the shit. So yes.
No, I'm definitely gonna have to rerun it back because now I definitely want to see. But I did see when I did see Certified Hustlers Club, I did see you, Pink.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I mean, if you ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers. But I don't want to be the one to bring anything from behind the scenes. That was.
Did you get along with any of the girls? Like, did you get along with any of the girls then that you get along with now?
Yes, Peanut Butter. She was the Golden Hustler. She was crowned the Golden Hustler. Peanut Butter, that's my sister. When she comes in town to Las Vegas, she's always welcome to my house. We have a bond, and we got to know each other outside of reality TV, outside of glam and beauty, outside of, all those different things. So definitely, and Drea, the female trans, Drea is definitely a sweetheart, But other than that, those are the only two. And then the CEO, Tracy, yeah, that's my dog. And yeah, other than that, we're just the cast. I would say just Peanut Butter and Drea. Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave it at that because
yeah, that's
because we can kind of.
I mean, I came in and I built a few, tried to build a few relationships with different females, and like I said, everybody's not for you and everybody's not for me, and I'm not for everybody, and I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And me and those two, we locked in. We locked in. Anything they ever want, need, and they see me with it, they can have.
I love that. Sometimes you just gotta pick your few and then just go.
Yeah,
because it'd be just that.
Yeah, definitely.
But shout out to the Certified Hustlers Club. They're definitely
taking auditions for season 2. So make sure y'all sending in those tapes for season 2. I don't know, it's to be determined when season 2 will be. However, get those audition tapes in.
Get the audition tapes in.
And be a hustler. Be a real hustler, like for real.
Well, I do want to ask about, I mean, was there any crazy moments that because I mean, I saw a lot of competition going on in there. I saw a lot of like,
It was a competition show. What, Seven?
Because I follow, it's like crazy because I follow like all of y'all.
So what would you like to know from Ronnie's perspective?
Like
anything in particular?
Was it hard? Okay, the strip. We'll just start with the strip competition. When you guys had to go around and get all the clues,
the scavenger hunt, take the pictures. I won that one.
Yes.
Yes. And I had to share the money with Pink Diamond.
So I'm trying to fish a
little
bit.
It was a battle with me and Pink Diamond, but we definitely took that win. And after the fact, I just want to say, like, she got on the phone with her kinfolks and was like, she won it, and I felt some type of way behind that. But I definitely spoke up and let her know about how I felt about how she didn't want to give me no props. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had no clue to where to go. But however, we took that challenge, we took that bag, and definitely was the money. It was money.
It was, okay. So, yeah. So if y'all see the Certified Hustlers Club, know that they definitely about their bag and they're on the go.
it was some stuff, but yeah, for the most part, it was fun. It was about a bag, and I was there to get it, and I got what was to be got.
Was it a lot of cattiness?
It definitely was. We got our ass chewed out a couple of times, excuse my language,
Yeah,
for
because
being catty females at
Mhm.
a lot of different times. And you know what? It was a whole lot of y'all, and not enough individuality about who did this or who did that. So that was my issue. Like, you will see sometimes they'll have us lined up on the couch or whatever, and everybody's looking dumb and don't want to say nothing because we was getting our butt chewed out. That everywhere we go, we ain't got no sense, because when the cameras come on, everybody has a different personality. Everybody want to turn up because they like, this is reality TV, and reality TV want to see this, that, or the third, or whatever. And some people didn't agree with that, so it definitely sparked a few catty moments.
Mhm.
Definitely for us to be all grown women.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was kind of challenging to be in that kind of environment?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was. It was, no, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to throw in a towel and be like, F it. But then there's like, when you build in bonds with other people, they could kind of give you a reason to why you should not give up. And those type of people that I want around me. So there was moments where I wanted to throw in the towel, and I'm like, it's so easy because I'm filming in the same state that I live in. I could just leave and go home. But it was really a bond, and it was really like a sisterhood and a family thing, where it came to a point where when I was going to leave, I was, talked to, and it was like, you came too far.
Right.
And if you do want to leave, then you can leave. There's the door, but it's really up to you. So, and I really didn't want to leave. I wanted to actually see something through from the beginning to the end. And Certified Hustlers Club gave what it was supposed to give. Definitely.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't mad about it. I saw it and I was like, wow, they did this on the strip.
Definitely.
Yeah, like just your challenges, or even from the backyard challenge when you guys are doing little things in the backyard. I'm like, so damn
that
creative.
was challenging. That was definitely challenging. When I went back and looked at that, it was like, it was some cheating going on. Like, it was a lot of stuff you don't see until filming comes out or whatever. But the experience overall was dope.
Yeah. So you would
had
do
a
it
rap
again.
challenge. I would definitely do it again. Yeah.
Well, I feel like you come in, like when you do that Chicago, and then you're getting yourself seen. You're doing the damn thing. You're starting somewhere. Did you feel like I'm accomplishing something? Like, at the end of it all, you're like, check.
And even when you don't, when you talk to people that, and you hear them say, I'm getting phone calls about how good you doing, and I see you, and what's this you posted, and what's that, and I see you doing your big one, and you just like, what am I doing? But at the end of the day, those accolades and those, whether it's coming from somebody that you feel don't have your best interest, that's how you know that they're watching, and that's how you still know you're doing a good job at the end of the day, because they don't have to say nothing. They could really say something negative. So, yeah. Definitely
doing your big one.
Thank you.
I even seen you on what's that other podcast? Sticky Situations.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've been seeing you hosting events and stuff. So yeah,
I told you I gotta put myself in those rooms where I want to be. I can't wait around and just wait for something to come to me. It's a big pool that I'm in right now when it comes to talent and modeling. And when you're a model, you gotta have more than just looks going on. You gotta have other things. Like, I'm taking a course for to be a life coach. So that's something that I've been wanting to do ever since I went to school for community health workers. So it's like certain callings, pulling you here, pulling you there. You really got to choose which one. You can't do everything. So I had to learn that you can't do everything. But yeah, you could definitely plant seeds, and then you can watch your seeds. You can water your seeds, watch them grow. You do something right now, in 2 years, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, okay, this is what I was doing 2 years ago. Now I finally see the fruits of my labor. So definitely I started this journey about 2 years ago when I started like trying to do some modeling and headshots and stuff like that. And now I done the reality TV. I've been on fashion shows. I've been a podcast. I'm just trying to find my voice and, you know, capitalize off of it
Definitely.
in one way or another.
One way or another. Before I ask you some personality kind of fun questions, I do want to know about your businesses, the one that you're saying you have LLCs about. Do you mind just telling us?
M&A's Treasures, when I first started M&A's Treasures, I was making the bracelets, designer-inspired bracelets, and I would make them, you know, custom to the way I wanted them to look. They sold very well. I also was selling like eyelashes. I went and got my certification to be an eyelash technician, but I couldn't go back and get my license for esthetician, so I kind of pushed that to the side. But now I'm working on my fashion brand. Indigenous Crown is kind of what I want to build behind my LLC, Indigenous Crown, because I am royalty. You know, I come from an indigenous background, and I talk to my ancestors, stuff like that. And I know that I'm not the only one, so I want people who have an indigenous background to be able to follow behind that as well.
And if you don't mind, just for those who don't know what indigenous is, do you mind just elaborating and breaking it down?
It's a culture, it's a tradition. If you have some type of native roots where you came from, you can be African indigenous, you could be Indian indigenous, you could be Asian indigenous. You know, you just have some type of culture or background where you all maybe started from living off the land, you know, things like that, where you do farming and, you know, you just have a root somewhere, you have a tradition.
Yeah, and you keep it going, definitely. So what root?
I am Nigerian. I'm part Yoruba. But even with that, like my son has done ancestry.com or whatever, and you know, we have Ghanaian in us and all type of different.
Man, I can't wait to do ancestry. I can't.
But even though he has native in him, it's so small. But he has more French in him than like native or Nigerian, things like that. I'm like, I don't know where they came from. We don't have no French people, but. Yeah, so my father is full-blown African Nigerian. I've been there a few times. And definitely, I'm like, when things go south here, I can go back to the motherland where, you know, my dad, he does farming and agriculture and like gem mining, gold mining, things like that. So when they think they're gonna, I just need to get all of us our passports. So y'all need to make sure y'all got y'all passports.
Right. You know? And like herbalist, he does his own herbs too, or no?
No, I don't really think so. I've never really like heard of him maybe doing the herbs. No, he definitely grows like watermelons and like all type of
just fresh.
Yeah, vegetables and peppers and all that good stuff. My push comes to shove, then I'm definitely gonna be running back to
of course.
where I know I have a home built ground up and it's gonna fit me and my family. So yeah.
Wow, so that's a beautiful experience.
Definitely.
I know you. How did you feel? Your feet hitting the ground of the.
It's different. It's definitely different. Like how to say New York, like everything is fast and on the go. It's so fast and on the go, but you gotta watch them because they're tricky. They may be trying to steal your luggage. They may be trying to take something out your luggage. They may be trying to get a quick tip, $100, or who knows? It's really, really quick when your feet hit the soil over there in Africa. And
so did you not blend in, but like you stood out? Well, so
I definitely stood out because I wore American clothes. Yep, my hair. I talked American. Definitely stood out. My dad used to be on there like, y'all can't just go outside and go anywhere because you know you never know, somebody could try to take y'all and use you for ransom. Just knowing that you from America, because y'all American kids is just like. We just willy-nilly no matter where we go. So.
Man, so how did you feel? I know you did. Tell us your emotions, because I feel so emotional. You just telling me about
Well, when I got there, I kind of wanted to go home because I was missing like my friends, my boyfriend, all type of stuff. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna play sick or whatever.
Yeah.
Think my dad like gonna fall for it. And put me on the plane thousands of miles back home to Chicago where I came from. Like, no, girl, you might as well suck it up. But it was fun because we got to walk like to the marketplace and go to my auntie's shop. She had a shop where they did braids and she made outfits, African clothes, and we always get some African attire, things like that. I was in Africa trying to find out where everything was at, like, So I was always one of those kids that want to explore
Yeah.
and venture off type thing. But I made sure me and my sister was safe.
Yeah.
And we got back to where we supposed to be safely. But my dad, sometimes he would spaz out because he like, it is not safe to just be an American walking around in Africa or Nigeria without, no type of supervision. Anything can happen. So
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely, you gotta be aware of your surroundings anywhere you go.
Anywhere you go, yes, for sure.
'Cause I want to do some solo travels, like, and
I definitely think I can do it. Me too. I want to do like at least one like trip like where I could do it alone, but I think so because I'll put a hood on. I'll be so low key. Just be low key, just float right in. Like,
I hope so. I hope
yes.
so. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm like, my sister called me a butterfly. I just go out and I come right back though. But I got to see what the world is all about. Like my life, I wasn't supposed to stay in Chicago, the east side of Chicago, all my life. So yeah, and I know it. So I just follow my dreams
Wherever, yeah.
my heart takes me.
Float on. I love it. What would you feel has been your best era so far in life?
My best era, I would say, being so rambunctious and being so risky, like find one thing and stick to it. Me, I'm always like, oh, I could start this project and then I can just get in the middle of it and I can start something else and I can start something else. So I feel like my biggest era is starting too many tasks before finishing the first one because now I'm overwhelmed. Now I'm stressed out. Now I want to start over. Now I want to just wipe that and just start something new. So yeah.
Sometimes I love how you love yourself. I feel like self-love is so important. And when you know you love yourself and people can see that you love yourself, that you are unstoppable.
For real. Yeah, definitely. We all are.
Yes.
Definitely
And knowing yourself
you
is
love
so
yourself because you just won't settle for anything
You
that
won't.
somebody tell you or somebody try to throw your way. But I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm so like moving around because when somebody sees what you're doing now, here they come and they trying to hop on a train that you want, and everybody want to do what you doing or how you doing it, or they want to slow you down or stop you. So I'm always moving, and you can't hit a moving duck. So
Yeah. You can't hit them.
I'm gonna be unpredictable, but it's always gonna be something bigger than last or whatever. Like, yeah, I may disappear, but when I come back, I'm gonna come back better than I was when I left.
That's the way to go, literally. As long as it don't break you.
Okay.
Has your childhood shaped your journey today? Like, do you feel like the things you went through growing up helped you become the woman you are today?
Yes, absolutely. I want to say, my childhood was definitely challenging. Like I want to say when I was maybe 10 years old, some guys came in our house and put guns to our head and was looking for drugs and was looking for my dad and all
Oh
this
my
other little
goodness.
weird shit, right? But the crazy part about it was earlier that night, and it was New Year's Eve. I had went in the my mom was getting dressed, and she was about to go out for New Year's Eve, and I went in there and I was like, Mom, like you going out? What if somebody break in and what if somebody try to kill us or something like that, you know? And she was like, Girl, ain't none of that gonna happen. Whoa. I got such and such watching y'all. And so that very night that I said that to my mom, people came knocked on our door. Right after she had gone left to the club, the person she had left watching us had left, and he went running the street doing his own thing, just left the kids at the house by herself. And sure enough, people came knocking at the door, and not only like did they have guns to our head, and I talked them out of it, you know, like please don't kill us, don't kill me, don't shoot my brother. My brother over there, like that's they daddy, kill her, da da da. And you know, so I really talked to these gunmen and these robbers or whoever they thought they was, and they didn't harm us. They just like locked us in the bathroom, things like that. And one of the guys was like, you know, I'm not gonna shoot you, but if you don't calm down, you don't be quiet, one of my friends might do it type thing. So like as a kid, so I calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
I be quiet. I'm like, okay. I almost got me and my brother and sister out the clear. So, you know, we definitely made it through that. My mom came home at like 6 in the morning or whatever. The guys had left out the back door and put the chains on the door, made us stay in the bathroom type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just couldn't believe that I had predicted that night to happen before it even happened. And on top of I predicted it to happen, I was able to make sure that me, my brother, or my baby sister did not get shot because these men had a gun to our heads and was ready to let it go. So I think from that moment on, I knew like everybody wasn't your friend because one of the guys, he came and he was like, and before we even opened the door, he was like, yeah, you remember me? I was over here the other day talking to your dad. Woo, woo, woo. So that just gave me the security that you can't trust everybody. Everybody is not your friend. You know, you can't let everybody in your house. You can't let everybody around you. And once you are okay with being by yourself and you notice different signs of different people and you know your intuition is telling you one thing before it happens and it's happening like that all the time, it's like you got to pick up on it so that you don't fall victim to this thing no more. So yeah, definitely growing up, that incident itself, it built me as a stronger person because now I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm looking on every corner, and yeah, definitely. So
Yeah. Man, it's just crazy. I love how we, when we're going through things, we don't realize it. You know, it's just like a quick life flashing before it. But then when you get older, just go through it, you're just like, oh, now I see exactly why I went through
what it was preparing
what it
me
was
for.
preparing you for.
So
exactly.
now that I'm older, and if I'm standing next to an altercation, I automatically know to flight or something, like get out the way. Listen to your intuition. And as soon as I got out the way, this girl done got shot in her arm. Like, okay.
Wow.
So when you're younger and you going through certain traumatic things, your subconscious is recording these things and it's giving you the feelings and, you know, the heightened sense. You got to be able to listen to your intuition and be able to save your life.
Save yourself. Trust your gut.
Yes.
Yes, especially with these men. Let me tell you that.
Yes, definitely. And that don't just start overnight. That starts as a kid.
Yeah, I'm like, cause I remember getting those intuitions, that feeling in bed, like I just feel it. Something ain't right.
Yeah, definitely.
What's something you wish you knew then that you know now?
That consistency is consistency and believing in yourself because nobody else is gonna believe in you. Nobody else is gonna push you. If I'd have known that, I would be so much better off, like right now as an adult, because I thought like, you know, these people that I'm hanging around, they're gonna be there for me all the time. to push you. But no, they just there when you want to hang out and do stuff. Go to the club,
Party friends,
yeah,
or
so
associates.
sometimes you find yourself by yourself, and then when you do that, when you find yourself by yourself, it's like, now what are you gonna speak over your own life? What are you gonna do for yourself? How much you gonna depend on yourself to get you where you need to be? Because nobody else is gonna push you. Nobody gonna put you on or none of that. So
Facts.
just being consistent and being okay with taking a different path from other people. Knowing
Yeah.
you just because
Separating
y'all
yourself for
grew
sure.
together or y'all hang together, y'all are not the same.
Yes, definitely separating the paths. And my last personality question before we get into a little girl talk. What personality trait are you working on?
I'm working on not being a people pleaser. Just knowing when to say no, when those personality traits that I'm working on right now, yeah, just like stop doing what you think the next person wants from you, and just be yourself. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I mean, that's just, yeah, that's it. I'm working on that.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, we can't be people pleasers, and once we find out it's not even healthy for us because we didn't please everybody, now we feel like crap. So, ladies and gentlemen,
so it's like I like to be bad myself, just with some other people that can vibe like me. You know, you can't
balance
vibe like
each other out. We got to balance each other out. She definitely stopped by with a gift, y'all, so I definitely wanted to share.
Yay. Yes, what you got in the ground?
What did I get in
I
this
love to bear
bag?
gifts. I am a people pleaser.
We got some socks. Y'all know I am with the socks.
Okay, what the socks say? What the socks say, yeah.
Love, good vibes. So yes. It is definitely a good vibe. Okay, I'm gonna do the cup first. Okay. And we have a lovely candle. You know me, I love candles. It says breathe to reset. Ooh, I got a nice.
Definitely. And what else is that?
Yo. Oh, self-care Sunday.
Yes,
Bath
it's
and Body
all
Works.
about self-care.
Self-care, self-love.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my goodness. And I'm loving that smell. I have a thing for candles. And thank you so much.
Yay.
Some PJs, y'all, from Fashion Nova. Period.
Yes, because I'm a fashionista.
Yes, these are adorable.
It's Valentine's Day coming up, You're such a sweetie.
Oh, you're such a sweetie.
Happy early Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I love it. Thank
You're
you.
so welcome.
Oh my goodness, this does
I'm
not
glad
go.
You liked it.
I love it. Like, it's definitely an understatement.
I got me a tattoo.
Yes. So are we gonna change into this while we do some girl talk, or do you want to just stay into that? It's up to you.
Yeah, I do.
You want to
change to something?
Yes.
Relax and do some girl talk, girl.
Okay, y'all. So
I'm gonna take a quick intermission.
we're gonna take a little quick intermission. Be back in 5. I'm gonna change, and we'll be back for girl talk. Ladies, gentlemen, men, queens, kings, all the above.
Niggas, nigglets, no.
Right, niggas and niggas. We've
back.
changed, and we're back into our cute gear. And yeah, we're about to have some girl talk right now.
Yeah. So, speaking of,
yeah. Yeah. Terrible, but I am happy that I've ended some relationships as far as friendships and exes, but mostly friendships because I feel like.
Well, speaking of exes, you know we got the same ex. So we got the same ex, whether you, whether you know it or not. Yeah, and I'm just like, your
Well,
ex is 7, and you want me to not follow her.
he's
Like,
yeah.
he was saying this different name or whatever, so I had no clue as to who the hell he was talking about. It's I'm like, Paris, let me know who this B is, because I'm gonna need to get her up off my page. Who is she? I don't even know B's following me, yada yada. And then he was like, well, maybe you don't follow her, you follow her podcast. I was like, oh, she got a podcast? What's the name of the podcast? What a podcast? You know, I'm like, what's the podcast? And he's steady trying to change the subject. I'm like, no, who's this girl?
Because
Who's
he's
Paris?
bringing
I
it
don't
up.
know a Paris. Like, I got my criminal
Okay,
justice.
wait. So
I'm
what happened? Right. But we're all fucking investigators, right? At the end of the day, when we're with our mans, we're investigators. We're FBI. So how did that even fucking come about? Did you show him something? Or?
No, me and him was just having a conversation on the phone, and then he was just like, yeah, I was gonna stop talking to you in the beginning because I think that you was following my ex, and she the reason I went crazy. Da da da. So I'm like, who's your ex? And I remember when me and him started talking, like I would check his story sometime, and one time I checked his story, he was like, Kiki, all my exes following me. He's like, I gotta stop fumbling bad bitches, and all my exes following each other. They don't even know, right? So then when he mentioned to me like, I was gonna stop talking to you because you follow my ex or she's following you or whatever. I'm like, wait, who's your ex or who's on my page? Because I don't like people pulling on my energy.
Yeah.
I need to know who, you know, what this person is. But once I found out when he was like, the podcast is like in my bag or something, I was like, in my bag? I was like, in my bag podcast? I said, 7? He was like, well, her name is da da da. That's her government before she came. I said, oh, 7. I said, oh, I'm not gonna unfollow 7.
Can we just agree that niggas be the biggest haters?
Oh.
Your ex be the biggest hater, I swear.
It be your own ex. Baby, trying to keep you from success and destiny. Like, oh, okay, so now I need to really, you know, because first it was the one girl that I was going to do your podcast with in the beginning, and me and her stopped talking. And then it's him, and he like, oh, I was finna get away from you because you associated with her. I'm like, I don't even know her like that, but I have met her before, and I know exactly who you're talking about. We in the industry, and
yeah,
you know, it's not that easy. Like I see where you're going with this. You know, we strong-headed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and we on to something.
Okay, so if we can be honest, okay, he's just a little bit of a nutcase. And how I feel is that if, you know, when you, let's just keep it a band, we're gonna keep it a buck. When you're a grown woman, you're just not trying to be laid up and cooped up with a nigga.
Sure.
You need to be bringing in that money.
Yeah.
Bro, we not married. We not, you know, you're not taking care of my bills, so I just can't be cooped up with you. And then it gets boring. You're not trying to just be fucking cooped up, we're not doing anything. We're not.
Oh, yeah. That's out.
Like,
that's out.
No, I mean, at the time, I don't know where his space is, but he was just working a lot and fucking boring.
Okay, well, that makes
working,
a lot of sense.
But not even just boring.
That didn't work.
Boring, but don't want to do the things that you need to do. So you have to be a provider. If you want to take me from work or take me from things, you have to substitute those things.
Absolutely.
I mean, can't just be wanting my time but not help. I got rent for real. Like, we ain't staying together. I got my rent, you got your rent, but you got roommate. Okay. I got full rent. So we two different, like, you know.
Right. Okay.
So it was just a lot of like,
not on the same timeline type thing.
Yeah, he was. I feel like he was cool, but he just got a little too comfortable with the fact of, you know, and it's like, this ain't that. Again, if we're not married and you're not I can't be up under you all day. We're not doing nothing. Like I have to work.
Exactly. And you too pretty. You too beautiful. So if you're gonna be pulled away from what you do, you need to be taken care of,
Taken
provided
care
for.
of.
I
That's
definitely
it.
understand that.
Then and it was nothing personal, but that when you be honest with people, you just some people
Well,
just don't
honey, you drove
accept
him
that.
crazy behind that, and I couldn't fix
Do you know
what
we work?
we broke. So I don't know if it was broken
No,
before it came to you,
no,
but
it
I
what
could.
he had a lot of issues, and this is girl talk, y'all. He had a lot of issues before that. You feel me? He has two different baby mamas. At the end of the day, these ain't my kids, so you're not providing. I'm just being real with y'all. You ain't putting a ring on my finger. I got to deal with two baby mamas, not one, but two different ones at that. And then one of them's kind of controlling over your ass, where anytime she call, you pick up. I don't like that. I don't like having that another woman having that over my man in the first place. So now I got to deal with two different baby mamas. You're not being the provider. It's just too much going on that was not
to try to be serious. Like this is too much fugazi in order to try to be even serious.
And then you're not realizing if I get married to you, bro, your baby mamas is gonna be
come after you for child support.
Because now both of them, you gotta understand. If I'm doing all these sacrifices,
you're about to be big business. So like, we definitely got to be careful who we choose to marry. If it's not if it's not my kid's father, because if a man got kids already, and I got dreams and goals of being a millionaire and a billionaire, I'm gonna be held responsible for your child support if you don't have these big dreams and goals like I have.
Yes. And then we're working together at the same job. So at the time I was trying to change up my job anyways, because I'm used to doing my own, being a hustler, you know,
entrepreneur type
stuff,
boss,
so
CEO.
I was getting ready to leave Amazon. So I was not trying to, I kid you not. I come to work and everybody's just like, what happened? What'd you do? He's over here crying. I got HR calling me to the
HR.
Yes, HR called me to the thing because he's over here making a scene. That's what even pulled me close away, because I'm like, what the fuck? You got people at work like in our business? Like that was the first relationship ever that I've ever worked with. Never again, because it's just like, bro, what do you? He just got too like this, and of course, see, this is your fault because you
should never brought it up in the first place.
But
you shouldn't
since you
have
want
tried
to, and literally
should
everybody who knows,
trying to cock block the blessings.
People would come up to me like, not in a on his end, they laughing at him because it's like, yo, you got this thing going nuts like at the work, and I'm just like,
damn,
I didn't even do anything. Like I'm not.
He definitely he said that, like, he's an honest dude.
Yeah, he's very honest. I came home a lot from work with roses in front of my door that was just left there because I'm like, what, like, that's fucking weird, bro. Like,
wow.
You couldn't give me the roses when he did sometime, but you wasn't consistent. Don't be consistently leaving them on my doorstep now.
Yeah, that's
he just had to get it together.
But that's a beautiful thing to have, even though it came after a weird situation, like you said. Like, you couldn't deliver me flowers like that when we was together. You couldn't have that act right when we was together. But yeah, that's a little
bit much. So but I think that is a small world, and
we definitely living in a small world.
I still be following him on Instagram, on my business one, and I'll be like, because I've tried blocking him from
everything.
Yeah, and
he said you got him blocked from everything. Said you got him blocked on everything. I'm just like, why are you even telling me these things? Like, do that.
But yeah, and I'm like, bro, maybe it's you. Like, it's even when he's so competitive. Like, I feel like when you're with a man, he shouldn't be like competing with you. It should be like helping you. But it's like, I'll say something and he'll be like, oh well, and it's like, bro, I'm not competing with you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
So to me, he has a lot to just deal with.
Some growing to do. Some growing to do. Yeah.
Just a little bit. But
yeah. So I'm still single.
Okay.
And
so you guys are not.
No. We're not a thing. And I mean, I haven't found anybody that is a match for me. just yet. Because like you said, like you gotta be able to pour into a person. You gotta be able to provide if you want to take me away from certain things. You can't be so judgmental. You can't be in competition with me. Um, so yeah, I haven't found nobody that's on my level on my timeline yet.
Yeah, I love that. Yet, because
Yeah,
yet,
I'm definitely still open to love.
yes,
Yeah, but
marriage, everything.
yeah, it may never happen, but I'm open to it and I'm open for it.
How do you feel about interracial couple? Do you ever feel like?
Me personally, I think
I mean, it's a preference. It definitely
mhm,
is a preference. So I'm
it
just
is. Yeah,
asking.
I don't definitely don't judge nobody who does,
Yeah.
and I commend and congratulate every biracial relationship. But me myself, like I don't see myself dating outside my race, even though I'm African and Nigerian. I don't see myself dating an African guy type thing. You know, I don't know. I love my black men, so yeah, but I feel like the person that could be the one that's gonna treat me right,
Is
or that's
Nigerian?
no, I don't know who
Oh,
he is,
oh, I
where
thought
he
you was
at,
gonna say.
what race he is, but he probably not black. Okay,
Damn, it definitely.
let's just say he's probably not Afro American. Okay, and I don't want no African like Nigerian either because they believe in having all these different wives, all this polygamy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I'm just not here for it. Um, yeah, I get a lot of men that want me to be okay with being like number two or, just having other picks. And I will never be okay with that. So I'll always be my own woman.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Like for real, for real. I don't depend on nobody to pay my bills, to take care of my kids, to put gas in my car, food in my stomach. Like, no, I'm not gonna do none of this. I want some land. You want to give me a baby, I want you to give me a condo. So, like, if we're not on the same level and the same page, it's probably not going to work. Yeah.
Well, yeah, black men, they, not all, just majority, need to, you know, men in general.
Get it together. Tighten up.
Together.
Tighten up
just a little
y'all
bit,
y'all shift. Tighten up on the
Should
shift.
be more hope in that in our community. I'm just saying, should be a little bit more hope.
Yeah.
I was just talking to the guys on G Talk about because they're like we're saying things like well, sometimes we don't want to get married. We don't want to have that commitment like the ring, or the government all in their business. But I'm like, in black communities, you guys don't do these hood marriages, or where is it a such thing as a hood marriage? Where it's like, oh, our family's coming together in the backyard and we're still getting married. At least everybody over here know we're married, but like common law marriage.
Oh, okay. Not like going off to Vegas, getting married or eloping or nothing. Just common law, just being together 7 years type thing.
How do you feel about those marriages versus paper marriages, I
guess? Okay, so I feel like a paper marriage is like that dream, that they sold to us with Disney. Every little girl wants to be a princess. Every little girl wants to wear this dress and have this wedding where their folks is there and his folks is there and your dad paid for the wedding and all that dreamland stuff. So I do believe that every female wants that, but when you are dealing with like black men from a certain era where they're not ready to commit or they're not ready to put a ring on it, who's to say when they ever would be ready? A lot of them do it because they have to do, or they feel like they have to do it in order to keep this woman under their control type thing. So when it comes to just common law, I don't think that should be okay. I think that a woman should get the paper, just in case. Like both of y'all need to be secured, like with the paper. If you want a prenup, if he want a prenup, like get some type of understanding. That's the problem. We don't have nothing, no agreements. We just jumping into everything and just winging it. So I feel like relationships would be more successful if we actually do have an agreement. Let's put it on paper. Let's come together and say, when you mad at me, bring me flowers instead of when you mad at me, curse me out. That's how I know you mad, because you brought me flowers. Like, let's make it work instead of trying to figure out a way to break it apart. And so I think like paper when it comes to marriage is, let's do it, because that common law thing, nigga, I can leave you when I want to. You can leave me when you want to. There's nothing binding us, holding us together.
Yeah, just our words and just saying it. Yeah, common law. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one goes after like, oh, hey, wait, what are you doing? You've been married to that girl by common law.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Yeah, no.
Women only want to say that when they like, we married. We've been married. We've been together over 7 years. Like, okay, common law, we get it, but like to actually have an accomplishment, an accolade behind a marriage, and being able to meet that significant other that's for you, your soulmate, your twin flame, or just your person. Yeah, I think like a wedding is feasible.
Yep, I definitely agree. Totally agree. The whole princess theme vibe, everything. Don't have to be like outrageous, like, the expensive or whatever, but I mean just far as just it happening.
Because that's a vision. That's your imagination. So that means it came from God. That means that this is for you because you imagine it, you dreaming it. That's what it's really supposed to be. But of course we're gonna settle for whatever it is that we can get while we can get it. But definitely.
Yeah, definitely fairy tale.
Yeah.
How important do you think self-love is for women nowadays?
I think it is extremely important, because if you don't take time out for yourself, make yourself look pretty, anybody can just down you, lower your self-esteem, just tell you anything about yourself and you'll believe in. So it's all about, what are you speaking over your life? When you by yourself, what type of thoughts are you thinking? What type of things are you letting into your mind, into your subconscious? So I think women definitely have to take time for self-care, baths, bubble baths, and lighting candles every now, just something that's relaxing. And like I said, meditating. I meditate all the time. I do my deep breaths, and that's because it fills up your heart. It fills up your chambers of your heart. You can feel it fill up, so that way you're more in a position where you can give love, even when people are steady taking away from you. You have so much built up in you already that you got enough to pour out. So it's not like they using you or they taking, like, I got this to give, and it was given to me by the Most High. Like, I got this for free, so it's okay. You're not using me for nothing. But it's like, don't let nobody abuse that power. Know when to separate, when to let go, when to turn off that kind channel, and let them know, like, I'm really not. Because when you do take time out for yourself, now you have a certain calmness about yourself. Now certain things that people doing, it's not bothering you. So they think that they can keep on doing it when it's like, nah.
Right.
Nah, bro.
You're not gonna help. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do this.
Yeah. Like, I'm empty now. What's up?
I definitely agree to that. And I also feel like having self-love helps us, even when we're loving ourselves better, it helps us choose relationships, because when you really do love yourself, you're like, you know what? That person is not really good for me. Whether it's a friend or a man, you're just like, nah, I don't even want to go through that.
It could be your best friend. It could be a man. It could be your mother. Definitely, like, people come around and they gaslight you, and they just they want to just be around to make sure they got eyes on what you're doing. People pocket watch. They want to make sure, sometimes they want to make sure you spending all your money. They probably making it seem like, oh, let's go hang out, let's do this and that, but they really just want to see you deplete all your money, so now they could go ahead on and they left you right where they wanted you to be. So it's just like, yeah, people that are here to steal your energy, you gotta know enough, like, when enough is enough. You gotta love yourself enough to be by yourself, because that's a lot of people's problem. They don't like being alone. They don't like spending time by themselves. So they have all these people around them, and they people pleasing. So I think, like, self-care self-love, nobody can tell you nothing. Can't nobody tell you. They just cannot come and beat you down because you already know you're beautiful. Nobody can come and tell you like, oh, like people try to tell me, you pretty for a dark-skinned girl.
Oh, I hate
Oh,
hearing that.
you're
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know if nobody never told you, but you're so beautiful. I don't know if nobody ever told you so pretty. And when I just say thank you, or like, you know, they be like, oh, well, you stuck up. No, I hear it all the time. And plus, I tell it to myself. I look at myself in the mirror. I don't walk past mirrors and not look at myself. Like, so you think that you giving me a compliment, now I owe you something. No.
Right. Self-love over here. I love myself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love myself to know that I'm beautiful. I know I love myself enough to know that I don't need somebody else in my energy that's depleting my energy.
To tell me something that I already know.
Thank you. Shit. So what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, that for the dark skin, I haven't heard it in a while. Like, you know, I just hear the you beautiful because I'm quick to be like, what does that mean? Dark skin.
And I get when I tell them I'm part African, oh, that's why you have pretty skin because you're part African. Like, that is not why. That is not why. I didn't see people like
they just talking
from Mississippi, dark as hell and still beautiful. Like
beautiful.
Not because they from Africa, Mississippi. Like, come on now.
Where do you guys get the facts? Yes. But yes, as far as self-love, I definitely think that clocks it. And once you have self-love, you can love it all the way around. But I would like to add to that friends, okay? Because lately, I'm telling you, when I say I've been having to cut some bitches off, and I'm happy I did, because yes, you have your solid team. I feel like I've even reached out to it, let's just say recently, because I'm doing this whole networking thing. I'm trying to be, you know, in me, I'm very standoffish. Like, you know, I like who I like and that's it.
Right.
But I'm trying to, like, you know, be like, you know, because you just never know what people are doing. And, you know, you just never know.
Exactly.
And since I know how to filter that, like, oh, okay, I just won't fuck with,
you gotta
like,
be able to read energy, read vibes and stuff.
You gotta know how to do it, because you start just being in a box, you just start fucking yourself up. Like, but if you just know how to just cut it off, like, oh, yeah, no, they don't.
And don't be afraid to even approach that person that you feel is unapproachable. It's just once they respond, like that first interaction, it lets you know whether, okay, I'm going to keep going or I'm going to just tell this person have a nice day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's important because, even it's been like, okay, just for example, one female that I came across, did some interviews with her. We've been doing, you know, the little back and forth. But we had this incident. Like her birthday came. She asked me, like, oh, are you going to come? Blah, blah, blah. The time, yes, that was the plan. Like, because, you know, when you start planning shit months ahead, of course, let's do it. Let's do it, right? You plan shit months ahead. It's hell yeah, I got enough time. I got enough time for this. But then now it's like, you know, I'm just like, okay, I got the money, but then it was like a natural disaster happened. Like, you know, so with me, you know, that's my life. I feel like I'm playing with to just go travel somewhere for somebody else's birthday.
Right.
That just wasn't mathing to me, and it wasn't making sense. But just for her not to understand, she definitely, we have not talked to this day, but I still even sent money because it was like I told her I was going to go. I still, because that's just, you know, just keeping it G. I did say I was going to come. Here's something, you know, because you out there alone or whatever. Here's something over. I have not talked to that girl since. And I'm not going to like reach out to her anymore after that because I just took it as a loss, whatever. But, you know, I should have known when she was getting into it with all her other fucking friends. And I was thinking to myself, like, it might be you because, you know, like, you tell me all these stories about you getting into it. People are, I gotta start talking to this girl. And you just starting to think, like, damn, you might be the problem.
You say she might be the problem, but you understand why she's upset because you didn't make it to her birthday or whatever.
Yeah, like, I get it, but I also don't get, I get, I'm upset. You're upset.
She should have been understandable, though, because that's especially as adults, like life and then you.
But it was a natural disaster. Like it was a hurricane just happened. It was like in Miami. So this is when that big ass hurricane just happened. But we were like in Fort Lauderdale, but it was still in that facility. We're on a plane. We don't know what the news is forecasting. I just feel like it's not safe this week. We shouldn't even be in Miami for this week.
Right.
What, like, you know?
But guess what? When stuff like that happens and it separates you from another person, it's just God's way of telling you, like, this wasn't for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's something, if it was meant for you to be there, you'd have been there.
Yeah.
It'd have been a sunny day, wouldn't have been no hurricanes, wouldn't have been nothing, no matter what season or what time of the year it was. If it was meant for you to join her, it was meant to be. So maybe that was just meant for you to be able to see what type of real friend she was.
Exactly.
Yeah, or was it?
Or was it?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, when she came out here, I made sure she was good. Like, you know, got her the room. Like, I didn't.
Exactly.
I said put something on it, but I did the part.
Right.
Like, you know, I did my part because I'm showing the hospitality.
So you know you can depend on me.
Yeah. So it's like, damn. But yeah, it's just like an eye opener, and it's like you can't really give that energy to everyone who would, you know, because I'm not mad that I did that, but I am mad that she was not mad, but just like I wish she wouldn't have got to experience me like in a good friend era, because she didn't deserve that. At least how I feel.
Oh wow.
Not the oh wow. Hell no. Yes, if I could get my energy back, yes, I would take it back.
Right.
Give me my experience.
Right. No, yeah. Return all my energy back from all these sucker ducks that don't deserve it. Okay? Like, yeah, call back all your energy
give me all
back. Call it all back. And it's gonna come back just like that. You understand? And she gonna be left out in the cold and dealing with her birthday by herself next year. But you know, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. It could have been some type of karma that she had, you know. It wasn't meant for her to have somebody to enjoy her birthday with her. Who knows what it was, but it wasn't worth your life.
Yeah, definitely wasn't.
It wasn't worth your safety. So safety first.
Safety first. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some women, you just gotta some people you just gotta exit out the door.
Yeah, because you don't know the backstory behind a lot of people. You know, even like me and my best friend, I talked to her today, and I haven't talked to her in a long time since her birthday back in August. Grant you, like, we both have things going on in life, but I think that we kind of just like, I'm trying to stay away from her, and she's trying to stay away from me, type thing. But you know, we talked today, and it's like we haven't missed a moment with each other, you know, talking. And it's like, you got to remember how a person made you feel the last time that you spoke to them, and if you're going to be forgiving or if you're going to hold a grudge, you know. But somebody got to pick up the phone, either where it goes. And shit, the time apart going to give you enough time to understand, like, do I really value this person's friendship? Is this a good person? Is this a good friend to have? Do I really want them back in my energy, or is this just somebody that I want to call and I want to gossip with on the phone and talk about other people with? So yeah, you definitely got to be able to pick and choose the company that you keep. Yeah, because that negativity will rub off on you real fast.
You ain't never lied about that.
Yeah, I just stay away from a lot of people when I feel like, you know, it's some awkward energy going on, or if I feel like people acting a certain type of way, or, you know, if they showing any sign of jealousy or envy, stuff like that. It's like you kind of got to separate yourself as adults, because you always going to have something that somebody else don't have, or they're going to have something you don't have. But it's like, what's meant for me is for me. What's for you is for you. And I can't compare what I got to what you got. So don't compare what you have to me, because we're not the same. So until people realize that you can't control your friends, and, you know, like, they're going to always have fake people around them. I'd rather not have nobody. Around.
I'll be alone.
They say it's lonely at the top. That's because so many followers at the bottom. And it's like, if you got so many friends around you, that's because you faking. You know, you tell them what the fuck they want to hear, and they tell you what you want to hear, and it's just like, I'm good. It's so much money out here to get in this world. It is so many people out here in this world that's doing big things. You cannot belittle yourself. Oh, this is what I was going to say about my best friend. What I had to come to terms with, like, although that we have like things in common, I had to realize at one point where I believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and she believes in another person as her Lord and Savior, Yahweh, or however. So then I had to start thinking, like, that's why we have differences, you know, like our morals may be different or our goals may be different. You know, I'm not holding it against you, but once when what you're doing is affecting what I'm doing or I'm doing is affecting you, we gotta separate in this universe because nothing good gonna come to neither one of us.
Yeah. Wow, that is definitely true. Because it's so weird saying ex-best friends. I feel like that should be something that, but I do have a habit of, I have my friends, right, that they've been there for a long time. And then I have friends that I've had for a long time that just never changed, got their shit together or something. And I'm done. Like, I'm quick.
Like some people maybe you met along the way. People that I grew up with in grammar school, like they grew up in the same area I went to, or maybe started out in the same schools I went to, like South Shore Bible Baptist, or I went to church with their parents, and I know they go to Baptist church and, you know, things like that. So I know that we're gonna have things in common in this life, you know. But then when you get out here in this world and you start to meet people from other areas
or just experiences.
Yeah, other experience, people who come from molestation and, you know, they've never had a hug a day of their life. Like, that's when you got to know, like, I love you. You're my friend. We do all these things together, but we really not the same. So when it comes to life, things like getting some money, following your dreams and stuff like that, you got to know when to separate yourself. Even if it's from somebody you was in kindergarten with, college with, you got to know, like.
Yeah, that's how I feel with my ex-best friend. She was my writer, my dog.
Ex-best friend is, that's a good title. And you're lucky I still added best friend too.
I still added
at least I'd be like, who? I don't know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just didn't see like you said, it's just different. And then morals is different. You just like, then it starts affecting you literally, because you're like, why no doors is opening for me? Why am I going through this? This shit is hell.
Because like, you're trying to learn somebody else's way of learning instead of sticking to what was meant for you. Like,
or just being in their energy, it throws you off. You know, you're supposed to wake up and pray. You at their house, they got dogs and shit.
No, for real.
You know, and you just like
why am I here? So when you thinking that shit in your head already, like, I'm not even supposed to be in the first place. Right now. Like, just let me go back home and do some journaling, some meditating, because I got to get this energy off me and I got to recuperate and really get my focus back in focus.
Yes.
Because it'll be a never-ending cycle. And I'm trying to be somebody, you know, I'm trying to leave some generational wealth for my kids and my grandkids. And the way that this world is going right now, like, I don't want to separate from none of my children. My son, he's going to college right here in Las Vegas, and I wouldn't see him going to college nowhere else.
Yeah.
Because.
Wow. That's still amazing. And I know you feel proud, like, you know, you did all this and your babies are flourishing, which is what you wanted. So
Exactly. Yeah. And then so I want to speak on the LA fires. You know,
yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I believe someone started it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would believe that too. I don't know who started it, if it was a paid actor or a missionary.
Definitely somebody paid.
You know, but it was definitely unfortunate. Blessings to everybody out in California or people.
Yes, the condolences and all that. And shout out to the people who are helping. I've seen a lot of people come together and giving out free food and resources and Airbnb. So yes, shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely. If you can afford to be able to give like a shelter, homes, food, stuff like that, definitely shout out to y'all. For the people who do want to help out but you cannot afford it, but you have like gently used clothing or, you know, canned goods, you can call up Red Cross, and they'll come out, they'll pick up the things that you have. If you work for a company or a corporation, a lot of these jobs right now, they're matching whatever that you have to send over to the Red Cross and make donations. So get with the leaders at your company, at your job, and see if they matching a program. Like my job, they're matching up to $1,000. So if I donate 1,000, but at least you know that your money is going to the right area. And to the right people that can actually use it or whatever. But like I said, if you still want to help out, or you feel like you have a calling to give, and you have things around the house but you can't afford it, you know, to like just give from your bank, go around your house, start collecting gently used things. And like I said, reach out to Red Cross, and they're gonna make sure those things get in the hands of the people who
need it. Yeah, that's amazing.
Definitely. But with that as well, like everybody's dream, like when you want to be in the industry of acting, modeling, or artist, you want to go to Hollywood. Like, so what are y'all dream now? So like, it's like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't stop dreaming because you feel like Hollywood has burned down or things like that. Like, keep on pushing and, you know, follow your dream to whatever city, Minnesota, Las Vegas. Like, they're going to be opening up the studios out here. What is it? They got Sony coming here. And then what's the other production that's coming out here to Las Vegas?
I'm not sure, but I'm still stuck on I didn't even realize that the Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
goodness.
That's everybody's goal. That's everybody's dream. They want to go to Hollywood. Like, even they want their name on the star in Hollywood. Like, just because you see how easily that can be taken away.
And I'm literally, because I've been dabbling in and out with the fires. I've just been praying for them because I just don't like watching the negative shit.
And that's what it takes, though. It's only gonna take prayer to work something like that.
But wow, I have like a few pictures of Hollywood, but it's like, just to know that it's gone is like, damn. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And don't think that they're not gonna rebuild it, though.
Oh yeah, but you know,
they're gonna rebuild it.
It's gonna be all up new and not like the original. But it is still.
If you are a model, an artist, make sure that you come out to Dayton, Ohio, February the 9th, because we're having those auditions. And it's going to be filmed. Make sure you are camera ready, because it is going to be filmed. And yes, do not let Hollywood going up into flames or their propaganda stop you from following your dreams.
Yes.
Of being a model, an artist, an actor, or any of those things.
Don't let it stop you. Stay on the grind and keep going, because that's what this shit is about. Definitely.
Stay in that bag. And sometimes you got to spin out that bag. You know, you got to give privilege to yourself. You know, you got to give privilege to the kids. You got to give back. Oh, and yes, so I wanted to commend you when you did the Christmas thing. I saw you when they gave out the Christmas gifts. On that one show, and then you was like, oh, in my bag got gift cards. On top of that, you didn't just hold it to yourself. Yes, just because the kids, Chubby's, that podcast or the show. Just because the kids was receiving other gifts from people, you still was like, hold on, I got gift cards for you. And that is something that is so useful, because now we can take this and we can go get what we actually want. You know, so that was a blessing.
Thank you for that.
Continue to be a blessing.
Yes, you too. And I appreciate y'all. She got me a gift. I'm ecstatic. I owe you lunch.
Oh shit! See, that's how it comes back. See, I'm not expecting nothing back. I'm not expecting lunch.
I want to take you out to lunch.
Comes back.
Yes, I want to take you out and do it myself. But
I wanted to do something nice, you know, something different. We having girl talk, and I love to set a stage, set the tone, and engage, indulge, and
Well, yes, no, thank you so much. I appreciate it all. Everything was adorable from to beginning to the end. This was one of the best ones I've had in a long time. I'll say Abdullah was the best, but this is definitely the best one I've had. And it's been
I'm gonna have to look you up, Abdullah.
Yeah. Well, yes, this was definitely one for the books for sure.
Good.
Yeah. Until next time, for sure. And I'm happy I got to meet you myself, and we talk ourselves.
Personally, because last
Personally.
time it was a big setting, it was a lot of people, it was, a lot of
Yes.
different things going on. So
Yes.
to be able to have this one-on-one with you, believe me, it won't be the last time.
It
and
will
we
not.
are connected now.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
That was my goal.
Yes, and I will be staying locked in with the new show you guys will be coming out with.
Absolutely.
You said it's filming on here too after you do the
Yep,
audition.
we're going to be filming in Las Vegas in March. I'm not for certain the exact dates in March, where we're going to be filming from the 7th through the 10th. We will be filming Who's Bad Season 2 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Who's Bad Season 2. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and follow or pay for Royal K Royal Network, right?
Royal K Network.